The crackling explosions of fireworks filled the humid July air. In Chicago's South Side, Independence Day festivities stretched long into the night as families gathered for food, fun, and celebration. But for Terrence, the holiday marked another ordinary day in his life on the streets. As a teenager, Terrence earned the nickname Big T for his large stature and commanding presence. He grew up the oldest of three boys in a tough neighborhood where staying alert and standing your ground was a matter of survival. Big T and his friends formed a rap group called QMB, Quiet Money Brothers. The B stood for whatever fit: brothers, bosses, bullies. They were entertainers and rappers, hosting parties and competing in rap battles across the city. Big T was no rookie on the battle scene, regularly competing against the best rappers around. His verbal quickness and creative punchlines earned respect, despite his young age. Big T had the heart and hunger to battle anyone, venturing into unfamiliar and unfriendly neighborhoods to prove himself. While the battles were just competition for some, for Big T, they were preparations for the harsh realities of the streets. He learned how to zone in and block out hostile crowds, honing the mental toughness needed to survive in Chicago. By 2010, Big T was used to dodging danger. Other members of QMB had been shot, a couple killed. Following their advice, he stayed calm and vigilant, head on a swivel, scanning for threats. But death felt inescapable, lingering around every corner. July 5th seemed innocuous enough when Big T headed out in the afternoon sunshine. He steered his car slowly, eyes darting to the mirrors, focused on his destination just blocks away. His friend was standing outside their old high school, waiting to be picked up. Pop! 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 The shots rang out rapidly. Big T's arm reflexively shot up to shield himself as bullets pierced his body, one grazing his head, another tearing through his stomach, a third shattering his knee. No one reacted to the gunfire. Big T slammed the car into drive and sped towards the nearest hospital. He focused on staying calm, just like his friends had advised. Don't panic. Don't let the blood rush. As buildings flew past in a blur, Big T prayed out loud, "Lord, don't do this to my mother." His only thoughts were of his family, not himself. When he screeched up to the hospital entrance, Big T rushed inside, leaving a trail of blood behind him. He tried to convince the staff of the urgency, but his unruffled demeanor worked against him. Unfazed by his pleas, they slowly wheeled him away for treatment. Finally lying still, the pain began to set in. The hospital staff counted 4 bullet wounds: his head, back, stomach, and knee. As doctors prepped Big T for surgery, a disturbing rumor made its way to him. Someone else had been shot in retaliation already. The gun violence spreading like a virus through the city's veins. Before he could process this news, 2 police officers arrived at his bedside, peppering him with questions about who did this. Big T stayed silent, wary of sharing information with strangers.
Come on now. Tell us what happened.
The white officer demanded.
Come on, Terrence. You know you could still die, right?
Her tone was cold and pushy, clearly more interested in closing this case than the young man fighting for his life right in front of her. Big T could feel his heart rate rising, blood rushing as she badgered him. A black nurse looked on disapprovingly at the officer's tactics. She gently encouraged Big T to rest and recover, silencing the insensitive questioning. In the nurse's compassionate eyes, Big T found a sense of relief and protection missing from the officers. But the threats continued, the officers warning him to speak before it was too late, as if his life hung in the balance solely for their convenience and closure. Big T stayed resolute in his silence, no words for the officers, saving his breath and energy for the battle ahead. The officers gave up temporarily, but promised they'd be back soon for answers. Big T understood their job, but couldn't comprehend the callousness. As they walked away, he wondered if they'd afford the same ruthless pressure to a victim not from his neighborhood. But at that moment, it was clear. His life didn't hold the same value in their eyes. Heavily medicated, Big T awoke to see his aunt's comforting face. The immense relief of familiarity and the traumatic chaos broke him. He wept in her arms. But the hospital stay was brief. Doctors simply stitched him up, handed him some pain pills, and discharged him that same evening. His father helped guide Big T back into their home and into bed. But healing would be slow and painful. The physical wounds were just the beginning. Now back in the streets, paranoia took hold. Bouts of anger swelled inside him at the injustice. Big T no longer felt invincible. Death had stared him right in the eyes. Some days he longed for revenge, to take fate into his own hands. Other days he was simply grateful to be alive. Rappers are supposed to be tough, bullet holes considered badges of honor. But Big T never wanted the spotlight on this. The attention felt undeserved when so many others didn't survive gun violence. He turned to music as an outlet, putting the dark thoughts into poignant lyrics. His songs reflected on how fragile life could be and how quickly it could change. The emotional damage lingered years, long after the physical wounds had healed. Big T struggled to relax, always watching the cars around him, tensing up when one pulled beside him. He isolated himself, hesitant to trust anyone outside his inner circle, but the paranoia and anger slowly softened over time. The losing game of retaliation left both sides further decimated. As Big T grew older, the thirst for vengeance dissipated. Those left standing tried turning a new page, realizing they might share more grief than differences. The path was long and jagged, but Big T chose to change directions. Music now a tool for reflection and redemption. He focused on being present with family, embracing life's fragility. Big T would always have one ear to the streets, but looked forward rather than behind. The future was forever uncertain, but he controlled each moment. On that humid July evening, Big T stared death in the eyes. Some called him lucky to survive, but Big T called it blessed. A second chance to write a new ending to his story. If you're looking for exclusive stories told in a way that only we can deliver, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Dive deeper into the battle rap culture by hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Your support is invaluable in helping our channel grow and ensuring you stay updated on all things battle rap. We respond to every comment on our videos. I'm Battle Rap Algorithm, your host. See you next week.
This the Algorithm Institute of Battle Rap. They say they videos the best and that they all of that. The Battle Rap Algorithm, yeah, I'm ballin' with them. Not like them other bloggers compromised by the system, no.
Mr. Chalaka-boo, it's Big T. Mr. Chalaka-boo, it's Big T. Mr. Chalaka-boo.